Hi, I'm Jeannie. Welcome to Mimicraft, your home for all things creative and DIY on a budget. I make all the mistakes, so you don't have to. If you like what you see today, please don't forget to do all the things. I had a viewer request to use the tower tumble blocks from Five Below, so today's project is going to be using those and tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree. First project is a shutter. Glue together 20 sets of 3 Dollar Tree tumbling tower blocks as seen on screen. I can't stress enough how important it is that these 3 box sets are the exact same length. Otherwise, you're going to hate my guts. Choose your blocks carefully. I use Dollar Tree Super Glue wood glue. You can use any wood glue you like. I like to use Elmer's wood filler in the color Natural to fill in all the crevices of the joints. What you see me doing here is I'm thinning it out by putting it into an empty bottle, adding a couple sprays of water, and then shaking up real well. This helps to keep the wood filler from drying out and also gives it a thinner consistency to work with. Use a wet paper towel or a wet wipe to remove any residual wood filler. Fill like a madman. Sanding is optional. Heck, the whole project's optional. But I like to sand these projects because it just makes them look real high-end in the end. And don't forget to wipe off the sawdust with a wet paper towel or wet wipe. Glue together 2 sets of 5 tower tumble blocks, the bigger ones, end to end. I'm sensing a theme here. Glue together 2 of your 3 block sets. With one of the 5 block sides laying on its skinny side, mark the very center. That's where you're going to be gluing this double set of 3s. Use a square to be square. Now please don't forget to glue this to the skinny side. I'm gluing it on the wide side and that's not right. Each section of the shutter will require 9 sets of 3, each one to be glued like this, with that top corner at the top and the bottom corner at the bottom. It's easier just to look than for me to explain. Now on this bottom section, I just eyeballed it. You can watch me doing it. I'll show you a little bit different way to do it if you're not comfortable doing it, just on the fly like that. And here's the bottom section completed. If you're having any trouble with the wood glue holding until it's dry, you can do what I'm doing here in the video and putting wood glue on either side and then a dab of hot glue so that you can get some instant hold while you wait for the wood glue to dry. And now for my anal retentive viewers, I am your leader. What I did is use double-sided tape from Dollar Tree and went ahead and placed all of the slats exactly where I wanted them. You can see how I'm lining them up here. Just like that. And that way I could move them around until I was ready to glue them. What I'm doing here is just removing all that tape, and then you can watch me place them. Here I am making adjustments, and here I am marking where the points are supposed to be for the final gluing. Now if you don't want to mess with hot glue, just wait 30 to 60 seconds for the glue to set up a little bit before you place your little 3-block set. Make sure to remove all the double-sided tape before you put on any glue. I went ahead and placed glue on all of my pieces so that that would set up and I could put them on all at the same time. Use a square to make sure things are straight. And this is how it should look. Make sure it's thoroughly dry before you add the other side. Add glue to the opposite end of every slat. Use a square to keep you honest when you attach that other side. I decided to add way too much wood filler at the slats and regretted it. Here I am cleaning it up hours later. This is a piece of dowel that I bought at Walmart. It is the smallest size that they have. I believe it's pink on the end. And I'm using some dog clippers actually to cut that. What I did is I measured the side exactly, and then I put some glue on that very, very edge. Then place the dowel on that glue bead and use some masking tape to hold it down. Now again, my anal retentives, just take a laxative and put the glue on this way. It's way faster. I recommend putting weight on this until it's dry. Glue together 16 of the little blocks as you see on screen. These will be the top and bottom of the shutter. Yada, yada, yada. Now glue on the ends. The thickness is a little bit off, but the project still looks really good. And this is how mine turned out. I decided to paint this. I used the paint from Apple Barrel called Cloud. I only did one coat, and with just one coat, it gave me the look of kind of a paint wash or a stain. I didn't have to add any water to it or anything. And this is the result. Finally, I decided to highlight this a little bit, so I chose some Waverly chalk paint in the color Plaster. That's a stencil brush. So I put some paint on the brush and then wiped it almost as dry as I could get it. And that way I could get a real nice light coat of my color and had a lot more control over the paint. Here's a closer look at how to do that. If you have an area that turned out too light, you can do the exact same process in reverse, meaning take your blue with a super dry brush and go back over the white. You can go back and forth as many times as you like until you're satisfied with the result. And this is how this technique turned out. Next, we're going to make a window. We'll be starting with the larger blocks. Glue together 2 sets of 6 blocks, end to end. Next, glue together 2 sets of 5. Glue the 2 5-block sets on top of the 6-box sets. They will be facing or sitting on their skinny side as you see on screen. Don't forget to use the square. Back to the little blocks again. I hope it's not making you seasick. Glue 8 blocks together, skinny side up. And then glue 2 sets of 5, the same. Many apologies, but you will need to cut this one. So take your 8-box set, mark where it needs to be cut, and go for it. If you've measured well, this will be a real tight fit, so you can just kind of squeeze it in there, put some glue on either end, and pop it down right in the very center. This is obviously, I hope obviously, the center of a 4-pane window. Do the same for each of the 5 block sets. I didn't measure so good on my 5 block sets, so they were a tiny bit loose, so I popped the project over and put some hot glue in where it wouldn't show. A sawtooth hanger would work real good to hang this and the shutter as well. And this is how mine turned out. And this is how it looks with 2 of the shutters. Now, I thought this was a little too boring, so we're going to add a flower box to it. Really? Glue 18 of these bad boys together to make the front of the box. Glue together one more set of 6. You can tell I'm getting tired because now I'm just using my fingers. Glue the 6 block set to the bottom of the window. Skinny side up, that is. Glue 1 additional block to each side. Put glue on each of these 2 blocks and add the front of the flower box. This is how the bottom should look. Now, if I had chosen my blocks better, I think this wouldn't have happened. But if it does, you can always just leave it the way it is. In my case, I sawed it off. If I had seen that before I glued it together, it would have been a whole lot easier to cut. I think this is so much cuter. This is how it looks with 1 coat of blue. And here it is with the whitewash effect. I'm so happy with this one that I'm keeping it for myself. Guys, thank you so much for watching. It means so very much to me. Thank you so much for being patient as well. Things are a little nuts around here, and maybe sometime soon I'll let you know what's going on. But please take a second to give me a like and also to leave a comment. I really want to know what you thought of this one because I'm really, really happy with it. Let me know what you think. Till the next one.